This is part 2. Everyone deserves another chance. So this is my second chance to make it happen for 1 hour in Atlanta, the busiest airport in the world. Can I do it? Stay tuned to find out.
This is Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Since 1998, it has been the busiest airport in the world by passenger traffic. In 2024, it saw over 108 million passengers. Atlanta is also the busiest airport in the world by aircraft movements with 775,000 movements in 2023. Atlanta is corporate headquarters and the primary hub for Delta Airlines. With just over 1,000 Delta flights a day, Atlanta is the world's largest airline hub and is considered the first mega hub in America. Atlanta is also operating base for Frontier, Southwest, and Spirit Airlines. The Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport has 5 parallel runways which are aligned in an east-west direction. There are 3 runways that are 9,000 feet long, 1 runway that is 10,000 feet long, equaling 3 kilometers, and the longest runway, 09 left, 27 right, measures 12,400 feet long, equaling 3.8 kilometers. Welcome to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport in Atlanta, Georgia.
Welcome back. I have 1 hour 3 minutes left in the challenge. I failed the challenge already. I had to delete the plane because there was a head-to-head situation here. But this is part 2. I'm really trying my very best to not make another mistake, and that would mean that I would at least survive the second hour. I'm so hoping I can do that. I will try my best. Delta 116 heavy, runway 27 right.
Runway 27 right.
Yeah,
Delta
there.
116 heavy.
Okay, that's not a problem. Delta 1719, taxi to terminal. Delta 223 heavy, taxi to terminal.
Taxi to terminal. Delta 1719. Taxi to terminal. Delta 223
Brickyard 4251, runway 26 left.
Runway 26
Endeavour
left.
4871,
Brickyard 4251.
standby. Delta 1418, runway 26 left. Delta 2319, runway 26 left. Southwest 1464, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Delta 2009, standby. Endeavour 4788, taxi to terminal. Frontier flight 2265, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Okay, time to send planes. Delta 2890, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2349, runway 27 right, land upon wait. American 1315, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 633, runway 26 left, land upon wait.
Atlanta Tower, Delta 133 on final 27 left.
Delta 2472, runway 26 right, line up and wait. They're up there.
Negative. I'm in the air. Delta 2472.
Delta 2472, I'm aware you're in the air. I just had too many beers. I thought you were on the runway.
Negative. I'm in the air. Delta 2472.
Delta 2472, runway 26 right, clear to land. Does this thing happen to real controllers that they say, plane is on approach, they say, line up and wait? I hope not. Delta 133, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 252, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 2942, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 2349, runway 27 right, clear to takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 1719, cross runway 26 left. Delta 223 heavy, hold position. Endeavour 4788, cross runway 26 left. Frontier flight 2259, taxi to terminal.
Runway 27 right. Clear for takeoff on reaching altitude 1000.
Frontier flight 2259, cross runway 26 left. Delta 2009, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Southwest 1464, runway 27 right. Frontier flight 3758, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Frontier flight 2265, runway 27 right. Delta 223 heavy, continue taxi.
Cross runway 26
Delta
left.
2879,
Frontier
pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Delta 532, runway 27 left, clear to land. JetBlue 1719, runway 26 right, clear to land. Southwest 1464, hold position.
Runway 27 right. Frontier flight 2265.
Continue taxi.
Southwest 1464, continue taxi. Endeavour 4871, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left.
Runway 26 right. Clear to land.
Delta 2472, taxi terminal via Victor.
Hold position. Southwest 1464. Continue taxi.
Delta 484 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Delta 2577, standby. Delta 223 heavy, hold position.
Pushback approved. Expect runway 26 left. Endeavour 4871. Taxi to terminal.
Delta 1200, taxi terminal via Whiskey. Delta 133, taxi terminal via Whiskey. Delta 252, taxi terminal via Victor. Let's see where everybody's going. Frontier flight 3758, runway 27 right.
Taxi to terminal.
Delta 2879, runway 27 right. Endeavour 4871, runway 26 left. So they are going over there, they are going over there,
Delta 288.
they're going over
Runway 26
there,
left. Delta 2009. Taxi to terminal.
they're going,
Delta
oh my
252.
god, over
Runway
there,
27 right. Frontier
they're
flight
going over
375.
there.
Runway 27 right. Delta 287.
Delta 2942, taxi terminal via Whiskey.
Endeavour 4871.
Let's send. JetBlue 2613, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Lot of planes.
Taxi to terminal.
Delta 633, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 947, runway 26 left, line up and wait. JetBlue is landing.
Runway 27 right.
Delta 223 heavy, continue taxi.
Altitude 1000. Contact departure. JetBlue 2613.
Runway 26 left. Cleared for takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure. Delta 633.
That is pushback.
Atlanta Tower.
Okay,
JetBlue
this is
1719 on final
the
26
bug.
right.
They have this
Atlanta ground. Confirm
this
301 heavy ready to taxi.
spinning
Atlanta
pushback
Tower.
talk
Delta 532 on
bug.
final 27 left.
So we need to tell them constantly not just to stand by.
Atlanta Tower. Delta 288 on final 26 right.
Atlanta ground.
Why are they not
3758 ready to taxi.
Delta 223 heavy, continue taxi. Okay, so the problem is that they have the spinning truck problem here.
Atlanta Tower. Delta
And
980
well,
on final
apparently for
26
that
right.
reason they cannot get past because they are pushing back.
On final 27 left.
So for me to be able to continue this challenge, which I want to do obviously, is that I need to delete another plane. But this is not a mistake. It should not be counted as a mistake because they're just not moving and it's because of this software bug thing. So I think I need to delete this plane. And if I do, I think this game should be able to continue. Let's get back.
Atlanta ground. United
Yeah,
369
now they
with
start
information
moving. So
Charlie. Requesting push and
it
start.
was this software bug. It's too bad. It's shown in my statistics now because I had to delete the plane, but it wasn't working, so I had to do that to keep the game flow going. I want to make this challenge happen. This second part. Delta 2278, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 1694, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 581, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 9980, runway 26 right, clear to land. My god, look at the amount of planes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 planes on queue. In Heathrow I had 17 at the most. And look at this, how many pushbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 planes wanting a pushback and there's constant stream of arrivals, so it's going to be a nightmare
start.
Okay. Now let's send.
Taxi to terminal via Victor. Delta 28.
Delta 38. Nah. Delta 30, heavy runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 947, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2249, runway 26 left, line up and wait. Delta 2191, runway 27 right, line up and wait. Speed wings 1083, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Delta 2583, standby. Frontier flight 2827, runway 27 right. Southwest 1880, runway 27 right. Delta 2044, runway 27 right. Delta 2577, runway 26 left. Delta 1388, runway 26 left. Brickyard 4778, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Delta 1200, hold position. Skywest 3697, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Delta 1694, runway. Delta 1694, taxi to terminal via Victor. Frontier flight 156, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 2261, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 2261, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 1129, runway 27 right. Delta 174 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Delta 2278, taxi to terminal via Whiskey. They're going.
Pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Delta 2044.
Delta 2607, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Delta 2191, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2604, runway 27 right, line up and wait. My god. Delta 2249, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Speed wings 1083, runway 27 right. Brickyard 4778, runway 26 left. Frontier flight 2827, runway 27 right. Delta 2583, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Delta 2044, runway 27 right. Skywest 3697, runway 26 left. Delta 174 heavy, runway 27 right. Delta 581. No! Again! What happened? Here. Yeah, I wasn't careful enough. These taxi issues. I saw that they were coming there and I thought that, well, they are not at the same time there, but they were exactly the same time. No! This proved to be just too difficult for me, it would seem. This is just too difficult. This is impossible. Yeah, that means I need to delete.
Runway 26 left. Line up and wait.
Delete
Delta 2249.
a third plane.
27
This
right. Line up
challenge.
and wait. Delta 219 and up.
I failed this part 2 as well, but let's see how I can manage this at the end, or can I? Delta 1392, runway 27 left, clear to land. Frontier flight 2253, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 1200, continue taxi. Delta 335, runway 26 left.
Pushback approved.
A lot of
Expect runway 26 left.
returning aircraft
Skywest
coming home.
3697.
Command property error. Delta 16.
Command property. Delta 778 heavy, taxi to terminal via Victor. Delta 1472, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Delta 2607, runway 27 right. Let's see where these all going.
Command wrong start. Delta 1694.
No!
Runway 27 left.
No!
Frontier flight
No!
156.
Negative. I'm in the air. Delta 2261.
Delta 532, hold position.
Pushback approved. Expect
And is there something to be done here?
27 right. Delta 2607. Taxi to terminal via Victor.
By Delta. Should that work? Delta 532, taxi terminal via Delta.
Runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff on reaching altitude 1000.
Okay.
Contact departure, Delta 21991.
Runway 27 right, line up and wait. Delta 2604.
Runway
managed to
26
get them
left,
past.
cleared for takeoff on reaching altitude 1000. Contact departure, Delta 22490. Runway 26 left,
Managed to get
Delta
them
2577.
Where are these
Runway
guys
26
going?
left,
To there,
Brickyard
this one,
4778.
there,
Runway
this
27
one,
right. Frontier flight
there,
2827.
this one,
Pushback approved. Expect runway 27 right.
there,
Delta
this one,
2583.
there.
Runway 27 right, Delta
Wow,
204.
this was a maneuver.
Stand by.
Delta 532, hold position. Delta 1200, hold position. They can continue taxi.
Runway 26 left.
Delta
Skywest
2583, runway 27 right. Delta 1200, continue taxi. Delta 532, continue taxi. Luckily I managed to get them around there, I'm happy about that.
Delta 174 heavy.
Runway 27 left.
Some happy
cleared to
moments.
land. Delta 13902.
Speed wings 1146, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 1803, runway 26 right, clear to land. But look at the amount of planes queuing.
Delta
My
1200.
god.
Runway
I need to
26
manage the returning ones, I don't have time to
Taxi to terminal.
send, but I need to send.
Delta 5.
Delta 2604, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 116 heavy, runway 27 right, line up and wait. Delta 2950, runway 26 left, clear for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Brickyard 4251, runway 26 left, line up and wait. Delta 743, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Delta 2152, standby. Delta 1472, runway 27 right. Southwest 2911, standby. Delta 2376, standby. Delta 116 heavy, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Frontier flight 2265, runway 27 right, land and wait. Brickyard 4251, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2319, runway 26 left, land and wait. My god, the amount of planes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Taxi to terminal. Via Delta.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 planes.
Position.
Alaska
200.
464, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 1111, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 743, runway 26 left. Delta 2391, standby. Frontier flight 2253, taxi terminal via Victor. Frontier flight 2265, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 1464, runway 27 right, line up and wait.
Runway 27 right.
Delta 2319, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 1418, runway 26 left, line up and wait.
Runway 26
Delta
left.
928, pushback approved, expect runway
Contact departure.
26 left.
Delta 2950.
Taxi to ramp.
Frontier flight 860, taxi terminal via Victor. Delta 2879, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Frontier flight 3758, runway 27 right, land and wait. I'm just trying to get this queue
Runway 27 right.
Queue down
Cleared
as
for
fast as
takeoff.
possible.
On reaching altitude 1000.
Endeavour
Contact
4871, runway
departure.
26
Delta
left,
116
cleared
heavy.
for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2009, runway 26 left, line up and wait.
Runway 26 left.
Delta 130 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right.
Runway 26
Frontier flight
right, cleared to
2758,
land.
runway
Alaska
27 right,
461.
cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. No. Frontier flight to blah 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 blah, I cannot speak. Frontier flight 3758, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching... No, god damn it, come on!
Runway 27 left. Clear to land.
Delta 1.
Frontier Flight 3758, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 1880, runway 27 right, land upon wait. Delta 2009, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 1388, runway 26 left, land upon wait. Southwest 1880, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 130 heavy, runway 27 right. Delta 1129, runway 27 right, land upon wait. Delta 1388, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
571.
Delta 1129, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Frontier Flight 2827, runway 27 right, land upon wait. Delta 2577, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Yard 4778, runway 26 left, land upon wait. This is like, I managed to get the queue down a little bit here and a little bit maybe here, but then there are constant new pushbacks. This Atlanta, this is crazy. Delta 451, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Delta 28, blah blah blah, I cannot even speak.
Runway 27 right, line up.
It would be helpful if I would be able to speak letters and numbers. Delta 108 heavy. Runway 26 left.
Runway 26 left, line up and wait. Delta
There's
2009.
coming here, about this one. Oh, there. Okay. Southwest 2911. Runway 27 right. Delta 1951, taxi to ramp via Whiskey. Delta 2866, taxi to terminal via Victor. Delta 2061, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 1729, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 1143, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 296 heavy, runway 27 la. Delta 296 heavy, runway 26 right, clear to land. My god, it's absolutely mental.
Runway 26 left, line up and wait. Delta 1388.
Frontier Flight 2827, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2044, runway 27 right, land up and wait.
Taxi to
Brickyard 4778, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Skywest 3697, runway 26 left, land up and wait. My goodness. Can I do it? This is just absolutely mental. Mental is this. Yes, it is mental. Delta 641, standby. Speedwings 1785, runway 27 right. United 1219, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Delta 2152, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Delta 2331, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Delta 2391, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Delta 942, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Endeavour 4660, standby, hold position.
Stand by. Delta
Take them there as well. Got these guys, take them there as well. Got these guys, over there.
Runway 27 right, cleared for
This one's
takeoff. On
over
reaching
there,
altitude
okay.
1000, contact departure.
This one's
Southwest
over there.
1880.
Okay.
runway 27 right. Delta 130.
Delta 1023, hold position. Let's hold them there. Delta 2044, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 174 heavy, runway 27 right, line up and wait. Skywest 3697, runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Skywest 3697, runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Skywest 3697, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 335, runway 26 left, line up and wait. Delta 2331, runway 26 left. Delta 23901, runway 26 left. Delta 1476, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 1025, runway 27 left, clear to land. My god. Delta 1652, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 2152, runway 26 left. Delta 942, runway 26 left. Delta 1490, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Delta 1143, taxi to terminal via Whiskey. Delta 1143, taxi to terminal via Whiskey. Delta 2417, taxi to terminal via Whiskey.
Pushback approved, expect runway 26 left.
Delta 2417, taxi to ramp via Whiskey.
Runway 26 left. Delta 10.
Southwest 2750, taxi to terminal via Victor. Delta 33 heavy, runway 26 right, get land. My god, look at this. Delta 8741, runway 27 left, clear to land. My god, this is absolutely mental.
Runway 27 right.
Delta
Southwest
1490, runway 27 right. Let's send.
Taxi to right.
Delta 174 heavy, runway 27 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2607, runway 27 right, line up and wait. Delta 335, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 743, runway 26 left, line up and wait. Delta 2654, runway 27 right. Delta 2367, runway 27 right. Endeavour 4681, runway 26 left. Delta 641, runway 27 left. Delta 641, runway 26 left. Delta 2367, runway 27 right. Delta 99063 heavy, runway 26 left. Delta 1478, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Delta 473, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 743, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 928, runway 26 left, line up and wait. Delta 2607, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2583, runway 27 right, line up and wait. Delta 2406, runway 26 left. United 1046, runway 26 left. American 2338, runway 26 left. Skywest 3611, runway 27 left, clear to land. Southwest 1734, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 271, runway 27. Delta 271, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 1652, taxi terminal via Victor. Endeavour 4660, continue taxi. Delta 1025, taxi to ramp via Whiskey. Delta 1476, taxi to ramp via Whiskey. Okay, now we have this queue of returning.
Runway 26 right. Clear
Turkey is 31 heavy, runway 27 left, clear to land. UPS 5540 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Endeavour 4660, hold position.
Frontier flight 2827.
Southwest 3490, runway 27 right. Delta 884, standby. Delta 1478, runway 27 right. My goodness, this is
Runway
crazy.
26 left. Cleared for takeoff.
Just
On reaching
going there,
altitude 1000. Contact
going there.
departure. Brickyard 477.
Runway 26 left.
Let's look at
Line
the
up
map.
and wait. Skywest 3697.
Let's look at
Stand by.
these who are
Delta
moving.
641.
They're going over there, over there,
Pushback
Over
approved,
there.
expect runway 26 left. United 1219.
over there,
Pushback approved. Expect runway
Yeah.
26 left.
they're going over there, they're going over there, they're going over there. These guys are going over there as well. There.
Pushback
Delta
approved, expect runway
8741.
27 right.
Taxi
Delta
terminal via whiskey.
2376.
Okay, now we can let them continue.
Runway 27 left.
Endeavour 4660, continue taxi. Delta 360, standby. My god, this is insane. This is just mental. 42 minutes, the second hour, 20 minutes left or something like that. This is mental. Delta 1136, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 2130, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 2583, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 1472, runway 27 right, land and wait. Delta 9028, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 108 heavy, runway 26 left, line up and wait. Delta 928, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 108 heavy, hold position. Delta 928, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 108 heavy, continue taxi. UPS 5540 heavy, runway 26 left.
Stand by. Hold position. Endeavour 4660. Hold position. Delta 1023.
Returning aircraft, coming
Runway
home.
27 right. Line up and wait. Delta 17.
Skywest 3611, taxi terminal via whiskey. Southwest 1734, taxi terminal via Victor. Delta 773, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Negative.
Delta
Need correct runway.
897,
Skywest 3697.
standby. Delta 360, standby. No, what's going on over here?
Negative.
Endeavour
Need correct
4660,
runway.
standby.
Skywest- Runway 26 left. Cleared for takeoff. On reaching altitude 1000.
Delta
contact
1951,
Skywest
hold position.
3697.
Runway 26 left. Line up and
Delta
wait.
1729, hold position. Delta 1951. Delta 1951, continue taxi.
Runway 27 right. Delta 2376.
Delta 1025, hold position. Southwest 2750, hold position.
Endeavour 4681.
Are they crossing? Are there these kind of crossing paths over here? Yes, they are. Let's see.
Runway 27
Southwest
left. Clear to land.
2750. Taxi to ramp via 4 southeast. Yes.
Runway 27 left. Cleared to land. Delta 1025. Runway 26 right. Cleared to land. Delta 1652.
Yes, we managed to
Runway 26 left. Delta 2152.
avert this
Runway
catastrophe.
26 left. Delta 9042.
can
Pushback
send.
approved. Expect runway 27
Delta
right.
1472, runway 27
1490.
right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 130 heavy, runway 27 right, land and wait.
Taxi to terminal via Victor.
Delta 108 heavy, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 451, runway 26 left, land and wait. Look at this amount of aircraft we have here. This is
Pushback approved. Expect
This is
runway 26
insane.
left. American 233D.
My goodness. Look at it. Mental.
Taxi to terminal via whiskey. Delta 1143.
Let's see.
Taxi
Delta
to terminal via
1025,
whiskey.
continue taxi.
Delta 24.
Delta 1729, continue taxi. Delta 362, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 1919, runway 26 right, clear to land. UPS 5540 heavy, cross runway 26 left. The radio traffic has
Runway 27 left.
gone broken.
Runway 27 right.
Turkish 3-way
Delta
heavy, taxi terminal by
1490.
whiskey. Delta 1136, taxi terminal by whiskey. There's so many planes that the radio traffic is even broken. Delta 2719, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Contact.
It's too backed up
Runway 27 right.
the
Line
radio
up and
chatter.
wait.
Delta 271, taxi terminal via Victor. Delta 271, taxi terminal via Victor. Delta 2130, taxi terminal via Victor. Delta 773, taxi terminal via Victor. Delta 130 heavy, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Southwest 2911, runway 27 right, line up and wait. Delta 451, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. United 1219, runway 26 left, line up and wait.
Runway 26 left.
United 753, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Departure. Delta 3.
Delta 72 heavy, runway 27 right. This is just madness. 10 minutes and it's 2 hours, but it's, you know,
Runway 26 left. Delta 9.
I failed the challenge a couple occasions already, and this is just, you know, this is crazy.
Runway 26 left. Clear for takeoff on reaching altitude 1000.
Southwest 2911, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Okay, yeah, so I sent them too fast after the heavy. I should have noticed it was heavy in front of them. Yeah, so this was, I was just rushing them a bit. Because if it's not a heavy, we can send like this. But now there's not enough separation after the heavy, so maybe you remember at some airports I've said this, that let's give them some more room, we cannot send them after the heavy. And I just, you know, I wasn't paying attention, there was heavy in front of them, so another mistake.
Runway 26 left. Line up and wait. Java 928.
United 1219, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Spirit Wings 1785, runway 27 right, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure.
Runway 26
Delta
left.
2152, runway 26 left, cleared for immediate takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Endeavour 4721, standby. My god, this is like... this is too busy. You know, I enjoy busy airports, but this is too much. Look at this, there are so many planes here, there are so many planes here. There are so many planes wanting to push back. The radio chatter's gone broken. And we have so many arrivals that this is too busy for my taste. And I don't know if it even makes good content, because I don't have time to communicate with you. I just need to, you know, isolate. So I think it's safe to say that I won't be returning to Atlanta for a while. Maybe I will try this some other time, but there have been challenges which I failed, which I want to try again, because I feel that they are doable. This feels like this is not doable. Maybe it is, but you know,
Runway 27 left.
I think it's going to be some time before I come back to Atlanta.
Expect runway 26 left.
I think so.
UPS 5540 heavy.
At least now I feel like it.
Runway
I
26
don't
left.
feel like coming
Delta
back here. This is
740.
too much. Delta 2380, taxi terminal via Victor. Skywest 3573, runway 26 right, clear to land. Delta 1619, runway 27 left, clear to land. Delta 951, runway 26 right, clear to land. But at least I gave it a try. I gave it a shot. I gave everything I got. I tried my best. But you know, for this kind of airport, it just isn't enough. It's quite impossible to manage alone
Runway
this
27 right.
much
Delta 1.
traffic.
Stand by.
Delta 2376, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2654, runway 27 right, line up and wait. Delta 2331, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 942, runway 26 left, line up and wait. So how much time?
Negative. Unknown command. United 1046.
5 minutes, and then this challenge is done. Delta 942, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 2391, runway 26 left, line up and wait.
Hold
Delta
position.
2730,
Delta 10.
pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Delta 1745, runway 26 right, cleared to land. Delta 2367, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 1490, runway 27 right, land and wait. Delta 2391, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 598, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Delta 1058, pushback approved, expect runway 26 left. Delta 897, standby. Delta 1831, runway 26 right, cleared to land. Delta 1490, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff. Delta 1490, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Delta 1478, runway 27 right, line up and wait. Endeavour 4681, runway 26 left, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. Virgin 104 heavy, pushback approved, expect runway 27 right. Delta 1848, runway 27 left, cleared to land. Delta 1478, runway 27 right, cleared for takeoff upon reaching altitude 1000, contact departure. How much time? Now it's past. My god. This was just mental. It was just absolute mayhem. Let's see the final scorings. Okay, so we had 88 successful takeoffs and 103 successful landings. That means we had the total amount of airplane movements was 191. That means 95 per hour. The amount was, this is so much more than anything, than any challenge that I've done so far. 95 airplane movements per hour. I had two major faults. One was the colliding aircraft in the taxiway, and the other one was that I sent one plane for takeoff too early because there was heavy prior to that one. And then it says 3 fatal errors, but one of them was not. One of them was a software bug with the spinning tug that I needed to delete so that I could continue. But then the first fatal error was the head-to-head situation in a taxiway when I needed to delete one of the planes, and the other one was then the same, that was the major fault, the colliding planes on the taxiway. So basically there was 3 mistakes. So Atlanta was a beast, and I could not tame the beast. The busiest airport in the world is in fact quite busy. It was, I think it was safe to assume that, but it was insanely busy. It was mental. I had no chance. I tried my best, but I had no chance. Let's face it. Too many mistakes, too many aircraft just for one person to control. I enjoyed it. It was very, very intense challenge for sure, but I did not enjoy it as much that I do enjoy some other busy airports that are not this mental. So probably I will not come back to Atlanta for quite a while, and I will play also busy airports, but ones which have actually manageable number of aircraft movements, like 50 or 60 per hour. That's doable. 95 is not, apparently. So anyway, I enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed to watch me struggle with this beast. If you enjoyed this one, please hit the like button. And if you enjoy my content and want to see more of it, consider subscribing. Meanwhile, you can check out my previous challenges, and I hope to see you soon again.